Okay. We've got a week 6 result and a week 7 preview to get to today. Don't want to waste any time. Week 6, let's talk about it. So let's kick things off. Wolfpack Bags. This one was an embarrassing defeat for the Wolfpack. Bags really played down, I think, to their level, which has been happening not frequently, but frequently enough. 137 to 112. The Wolfpack go down. Chicago snaps a 2-game losing streak against the Wolfpack. Jacobs, Bryce Young, and Dallas Goddard for the win for the Bags, and nothing but misery on the Wolfpack's roster. Not much to say here. Not a great game. Not really any reason to think that's going to get any better for the Wolfpack. Bags certainly have the ability to play better. Up next, we've got Bay State and Studio City. Bay State 2-3, Studio City 1-4. I don't know how this team keeps doing this. Studio City pulls away 119 to 102 over Bay State without a running back. Solid performances from their wide receiver room and most of the rest of their roster. They've been absolutely gutted by injuries. They didn't start a running back this week, and they still managed to beat a team who had the lowest score in the league, granted, but they scored more than I did. So kudos to you. Sam Darnold and a bunch of fucking misery for Bay State on the other side as they move to 2-4. Next game on the list here, Turkeys 3-2 taking on the Tidewater Golden Pipes 2-3, and another loss for the Turkeys. The Pipes 143, the Turkeys 139. Both teams move to 3-3. Another upset on the week. Did not see this one coming as the Pipes beat Bay State, and now the Turkeys. An uneven game for the Turkeys. Puka doesn't break 5. He's still playing hurt, I want to say. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chase showed up. Pickens showed up. Mahomes showed up. Those were the pillars. The Pipes win. What in the fucking world? Thornton had 0, Tracy less than 1, and they still managed to win the game. So kudos to the Pipes, and the Turkeys can't be happy 2 weeks in a row with some pretty tough results. Up next, Mr. I 1-4 taking on the LA Fighting Capybaras, who are 3-2. What a fucking game this was. 162 to 153. Mr. I finally is on the right side of a high-scoring game and avoid losing a 5th straight. LAFC is now 1-7 against Mr. I all time. This was a tough loss for them. Anyone that lost this game was going to be feeling it after putting up such a high score, especially for LAFC. They would have beat everyone else in the league on the week. London came back in a big way for them, which has to be encouraging, while Bijan and JSN are looking unreal for Mr. Irrelevant. In our game of the week, the Miami Flamingos 4-1 taking on the 3-2 New York Yankees. Miami rolls in this one, 145 to 115 over the Yankees. Game of the week really should have been Mr. I against the Capybaras, but this one got the top billing at the top of the week. The Yankees need Lamar back. They need Rashee Rice to step in. Too many people aren't delivering for this squad. And the champs in Miami are quietly 5-1. And Rico Dowdle is obviously the one leading the charge, because we all saw that in the preseason. Kraken 4-1, Jabronis 1-4. Another heartbreaker for the Jabronis. The season has been snake bitten for them. They go down 134 to 130 as the Kraken move to 5-1. Allen, Scatabo, and Ladd were not enough for South LA to overcome the well-balanced and dangerous roster of the Kraken. So there's your Week 6 recap. Couple upsets, couple expected wins, and a whole lot of misery for Jeff, myself, and some others. Let's move in to the Week 7 preview. Hope is eternal. Maybe my team will not suck quite as much this week, and maybe for you too. So let's find out who's playing each other and what we have to look forward to on this glorious weekend of the National Football League. All right, here we go. Bags 5-1, 920 points, taking on the South Los Angeles Jabronis at 1-5. The Bags are going to be missing Emeka Egbuka. Sleeper says that the Jabronis are favored. Indiana Jones is filling in for Josh Allen while he's on bye. South LA won the last 2 and are 3-1 all-time against the Bags. Could we have another upset on our hands? A 1-5 Jabronis taking down the 5-1 Bags? Watch this space. Up next, the Yankees 3-3, almost 800 points on the year, taking on the snake-bitten, I don't want to say snake-bitten Turkeys. 3-3, 909 points. 3-3 record with over 900 points is a tough one, and that seems to be the MO for the Turkeys these days. The Yankees are 3-1 all-time against them, winning the last one by a mere 2 points. So if things follow that pattern, it could be another week of heartbreak for the Turkeys. Rice is back for the Yankees. Mayer is stepping in at tight end, replacing Mike Andrews for the Turkeys. This is a dead heat game on Sleeper. Hard to predict what's going to happen. Find out this weekend. Up next, the game of the week. The Golden Pipes, 3-3, a surprise. They've won their last two and have ascended to first in their division, while the Miami Flamingos at 5-1 have won 4 straight and sit atop their division. Best in the East, best in the West, leaving it all out on the field. The Pipes need something out of Tracy. They need something out of Thornton if they stay in the starting lineup. Can Uncle Rico keep it going for the Flamingos? Up next, Bay State 2-4, 733 points, taking on Mr. I 2-4, 839 points. Mr. I got the monkey off the back this last week. They've been getting sniped by high scores each and every week, giving them a 2-4 record with a high score that they really don't deserve. They're 2-2 all time versus one another. Mr. I took the last matchup. State's got pretty low output in terms of offense, so they're going to need to step up their game if they have any chance of winning. Sleeper has this one almost 70% in favor of Mr. I. Up next, the Los Angeles Fighting Capybaras, 810 points, taking on Studio City 2-4, 756 points on the year. LAFC has won the last 2 against Studio City and 5-3 all time. Studio City had lost the league. They won last week and are somehow persevering through a litany of injuries and bad breaks. As of this reporting, they still need a running back and they still need a kicker. Dinsky, pick up somebody. LAFC might be without Garrett Wilson. It looks that way. Vidal or Cuge might be the ones getting the call to step in, or maybe both. We'll see. Should be a good game. The Fighting Capybaras should be able to pull this one out. But Studio City has shown an absolute shit ton of heart this year. And up next, the final game of the week in Week 7, the West Adams Wolfpack, the absolute dog shit West Adams Wolfpack, 2-4, taking on the West Seattle Kraken at 5-1. This one feels like it's over before it starts. Wolfpack have lost the last 3 against the Kraken. They're 7-12 all time. So history does not do them any favors. Wolfpack near the bottom in scoring. The Kraken are at the top, tied with the Turkeys with 909 points. Performances, especially amongst wide receivers, continue to disappoint for the Wolfpack, whereas the Kraken have their power players that continue to perform. It's hard to see that changing. This team looks stacked. They look strong. The Wolfpack look like not great. So I think this one is potentially over before it begins, but you never know. The West Adams defense has been strong this season. Looking forward to watching some football this weekend. Hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. It is happy hour here in Los Angeles. I'm going to go make myself a cocktail.